you? A parent mug if there ever was one. So, today I am channeling my inner suburban dad. Welcome, Hopper from Stranger Things. And we are gonna try and tackle some woodworking today. And technically, several of the projects I have been working on have involved wood, but this is actual, joinery, which I have never done before, and it fascinates me. The fact that something can be held together by just its structure and a little bit of glue rather than any sort of nails or screws. I am so excited about that idea. This is technically a small project because the ones I'm in the middle of right now, I just finished the dresser and I'm working on the bin shed. I don't know where you are in this because I have no idea where this is going to come out. But this is supposed to be my smaller one, possibly smaller in size, but maybe not in complexity. So we will see. I seem to have a history on this channel of underestimating how difficult things will be. But I'm excited. Full disclosure, this was meant to be a Christmas present for my neighbor who gave me all of the scrap wood that you have seen in previous builds. And I have been so intimidated by this project that I actually haven't done it yet. I've been so nervous to get started, so it's been kind of like a little block, but I'm going to do it. It's May, but dang it, it's gonna be a Christmas present that I give late. But I will give it. So there. Let's dive into the plan. Okay, so I was first introduced to joinery on Handmade, Britain's Best Woodworker. I kind of knew about joinery as a concept, like Snug the Joiner from Midsummer. Don't be mad at me, Mom, that took me so long to remember the name from Midsummer. And I didn't know what a joiner was. And I was like, why is a woodworker called a joiner? I didn't understand until I started watching Handmade, Britain's Best Woodworker. So it's basically like Bake Off, but for woodworking. And they are highly encouraged to not use any nails or screws, but to create their furniture pieces, their beds, their shelving units with just joinery techniques and glue. And it's amazing. So that's where I first learned about dovetail joints and how complex they actually are, and box joints, and lots of other different kinds of joints that I don't remember their names, but they're all beautiful. Here, as you can see, there is this amazing bookshelf created by Wolfgang, and it's pretty much entirely out of joints held together by how the wood is structured and glue. There's so many more amazing examples on the show. I highly recommend it. It's really cute. And then also they do a lot of it in the Woodland Workshop, another British TV show where people come and say, hey, I have a friend who has done this amazing thing for their community and I would love for you to build something for them. And so these amazing makers build beautiful items for them. And they have several woodworkers and joiners and cabinet makers on there. So I've gotten a chance to see some really beautiful stuff. I'm really fascinated by this idea. There is two different kinds of wood and they join together aesthetically like this. I don't know that I'll have that opportunity. I'll have to see the different sizes of wood I have and the different kinds. But I'd love to be able to do this if possible. Oh, and have I told you what I'm actually making? I'm not sure that I did. So I'm making a little curio box. My neighbors love to collect things, and so I figured a fitting gift for them would be to create a curio box for them to put their little knickknacks in, made from the wood that they gave me. And a lot of the wood is actually from her father, who cut down 100-year-old tree, and that event in and of itself was a long time ago. So this old wood that's been in their family, I'd love to be able to make something out of it to give back to them, to say thank you for being such wonderful neighbors, and to say sorry for giving you a Christmas present in May or June, depending on when this gets done. So I pulled up several how-to videos, one about how to make box joints. I am going to slightly follow it, but I don't have all of the equipment that they use in this video. So I'm going to be doing some sort of like approximation. Like I don't have a chisel, but I've done something similar when I made my mailbox. So I may use like a jigsaw and then a Dremel. I'm worried that the Dremel is going to be too intense, but we'll see. So trying to maybe approximate. I'd love to do this with a chisel, but I don't have one. And I am desperately trying not to buy new things yet. Eventually. But I did spend a lot of money on the dresser, so keeping this one budget friendly. And then I found this other one for a tchotchke shelf, which is basically kind of the design I'm looking at. I think I'm going to make mine vertical. So each of those kind of shelving units slot into each other like this. Don't say anything. I'm talking about woodworking. It slots into each other like this to give it that rigid structure. I am not 100% sure how I am going to attach the vertical and horizontal grid to the sides or the bottom, aside from wood glue, because I don't have a brad gun or anything. So that will be a mystery that we solve as we come to it. Yeah, so on the left side over here, I have kind of my to-do list, my guessing to-do list.
Blinkin, what are you doing up there?
Guessing?
Yeah, the bean is at his Nana's house this weekend, so ideally I am going to start tackling this evening. I'm so excited! I get to do some joinery in my workshop. Wish me luck. Okay, we are here. We have gathered the wood. It looks like most of the wood that I have from them is just the cabinetry wood. The 100-year-old tree wood unfortunately will not work for this project, I don't think. But still using this lovely cabinetry wood. I've hopefully, ideally, marked off measurements for them. And we're gonna get started on something. Who knows? Oh no! I did it again! Seems like my miter saw is like just too short for the width of this. Though weirdly not that one. Oh, frick. It's because this wood isn't all the same width like I thought it was. Oh no. Well, back to the old drawing board. So none of the wood I have is the same width as either of these options. So I'm wondering if with the saws I have, I can shave off a little bit of the width of them, but so I have this saw, I have a jigsaw, and I have a circular saw, which I'm afraid of. Then I got a bunch of hand saws, which I'm too impatient for. Yeah, like if I had a table saw, this might work, but I don't. I feel like this has got to be a circular saw situation. I think this is probably too thick for a jigsaw. No.
this down. Okay.
So, next question. How do I get this to stay on a straight line without me wibbling and wobbling? And I think this is what jigs are for. I have heard of jigs. I'll see if I can cobble together a jig. Perhaps? Too thick. Okay, so this is used to guide it. It doesn't have to be on top of it. So it could be next to. It just has to be next to. But then I have to make sure it's square far away. How does this work? Catch it. Oh, hello, welcome to my butt. So this is like the idea. This is like up against it. It'll help me guide it, but I have to make sure that that is tightly fastened to the board and also straight along the line. I realize to many of y'all this is like watching a toddler trying to walk for the first time or, you know, get the spoon to their mouth and you're just like, but you just gotta do this thing. I'm building neural pathways, guys. Just doing it the best way I know how right now. But by all means, scream nicely in the comments for the solution for next time. Oh, frick. No, that's not working. 1.25 inches. 1.25 inches. More clamps? I feel like it might get in the way. Oh, I gotta love how 1.25 inches is now too much. And I can't drill into this. You know what? I don't need numbers. I could just do it this way. Oh, I can't do it this way. Well, I could do it this way from the other side. No, I can't. I do need numbers. It's no longer 1.25 inches. What is it? It's about an inch or whatever this 28 thing is. Here. And if I just go by the 28, you should be straight. How to clamp this without getting in the way of sawing. The only things I'm coming up with that won't permanently be a problem is clamps and tape. Clamps may work, but may get in the way. Tape might get in the way and still probably won't hold it tight enough. Amateur tip. When clamping, make sure this part is down so that when you push this thing up, you can still refine it here. However, if it's all the way up and then you do this, you can't tighten it anymore. Things just learned 1 minute ago. Moving my coffee. Dear carpentry gods, please be with me.
It was at this point that the circular saw started to get stuck in the middle, and I wasn't sure what was going on.
Aha! Dealing with this thing. So how do I get this thing not to do that? Okay, learn new things. However, you may not be able to see it, but either the jig isn't straight or this line isn't straight. The edge to this is 14. So maybe this line isn't straight? Because that would be great. But also, is it the same as this now? Blast! Let's do numbers. Edge to this is, okay, visually, 1/2 inch less than 14. Okay. Okay. So this is probably right. Yeah, you can see where it dug in here. So the line must be here. Let's try this again. And this line is correct. Okay. So we've got this 1/2 inch situation here. 1/2 inch. This is where it starts to go off the rails. 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch. I think my fatal flaw is assuming that all wood is square or level. So this is the line that I want. I don't really know how to use a square, aside from the fact that seeing that this isn't square. Joy. This is. That's nice. So this side is always right. Oh, this is very far off from 11 and 1. Fracking. Oh. Don't move. You know, I never got the whole measure twice, cut once thing, because I was like, well, measure twice, it's boring, it's going to be the same number every time. It's not. It's tricky. They move on you. So, wood is sneaky. Again, I called upon the carpentry gods. Oh, that's why you use ear protection. Oh dear. Look at this. Look at this. Here we go. Nice. And then it just goes woof. I measured it more than twice. I don't understand what's going wrong. Is it human error? Am I, as I am moving further away from myself, kind of veering? Possibly. This is pretty sturdy. What? Okay, 11 and 1. 11 and 1. And somehow, this is now 11. What? I mean, looks like they're closer at least. It's gonna make the box joint tricky. Am I talking really loud? Okay, so this side is correct. This is still not, so my line is right. My line is right. I think the wood is bendy. Wood is tricky. Should I eyeball it? No, but I'm gonna. Wood has failed me, so I will do my best to rely on myself, which is never a good idea. Fuck you, wooden numbers. Okay, now I just have to do that one more time. Do I dare disturb the universe and try to do this whole thing manually? Yes. Okay, I should make sure that the measurements are right. Yes. 3, 2, 1. Oh, I didn't like that. Maybe not French? San? Ni? Ichi? Oh no. Okay, well, some bad things happened here. My dear lovely neighbors, this is not going to be a sophisticated box joint. It may have some wood filler, but know that it is made with love. So this is kind of the idea. It's a bit hard to represent because like these corners will be ideally on top of each other. And like this looks uneven right now, but both of those are, it would be on top of the meso, and this is currently not on the meso. So let's do the next step. So from what I'm gathering from the videos, they use this kind of sophisticated little drawing tool to like get the width of this and then draw the width of this on this, but I don't have one of those. So I'm just gonna kind of trace the width of this on here and vice versa. Yes, flush, yes, good. I don't know if I should write on this. So I think the idea is to have alternating things, right? So yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Same thing with this side. And ideally, I'd like it to be easy. I feel like 2 inches or 1 inch might be, is that too big? Or is it just the right amount for a beginner? Because in the video it said I had to do it by chisel length. Aha! Oh, it has to be evenly divisible, right. So I've got 5.5. So it has to be a half. Bump, 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 bump. Yeah. And same with the other one. I feel like some of these half inches are bigger than other half inches. Yeah, that's almost right. We'll almost cut it for a box joint. What do you think? Even if they're not all 1 inch, maybe I can at least line them up together. I'm realizing that if I thought the jigsaw was too small for the width of this for the long cut, it's probably too small for the width of these cuts too. But they're smaller, so I feel like I have a little bit of wiggle room. What? She has all her safety equipment on at once? What channel is this? The channel where we have so much safety equipment on that we can't see because we're fogging up our glasses. You're probably in the right place.
You wouldn't know it from these camera angles, but I am using the jigsaw to cut out the fingers and then cutting little notches into each of the gaps.
You know that saying, the right tool for the right job? I think a chisel is the right tool. I don't have one, I have this, so we'll see how that goes. Well, let's start. A bit crude, but hopefully I'll be able to kind of get a little more refined as I do the other one and try and fit them together. Literally everything is within 3 feet of me, and yet I still managed to lose it all.
This is why chefs keep their surface clean.
Okay. The moment of painful, painful truth. Let's see. So, not too bad. Like, still very off. But just gotta shave certain bits on certain ones. And it could, in theory, be okay. Like, the question is, what kind of tool that I have can make this kind of finessed cut? And I may have to suck it up and buy a chisel. So I think that's where we are today. That's where we're going to end today, just because that was a lot of work, a lot of sawdust. I need to kind of straighten up in here. So I know that so many people are like, oh, you should learn all the rules first so you can break them, which absolutely true in a lot of art forms. But I think I'm doing the opposite on this channel. I am breaking all the rules so that I can learn them. Because nothing makes you use the correct method or tools more than if you messed it up previously. I am only hoping that I do that in a way that is not dangerous. So that's the goal. Figure it out, build the pathways, see the whys of things, not die in the process. Seems like a good philosophy.
Hello. It's been a while because we had some water damage, and so we had to kind of take my entire workshop apart. There is nothing in these drawers currently, and we had to shore up that wall, add new insulation, add the B-board, which is beautiful. But that means that I haven't been in my workshop in a few months, not since I last shot that previous video, and it is now July. No, it's August. Whoa. What is time even anymore? But yeah, it's been a bit of a morning. I'm all sweaty. It's hot as balls outside, but it is a free morning, so I'm gonna get some stuff done. So let's check the status of where we left everything, because I'm honestly not sure if I can find all the parts that we were working on before. Right now, we have these, which are looking pretty good. I kind of want to shave and make them a bit more able to be fitted, but I think it's a nice start. I can only find this one other board and this back, so I think the other board got mixed in with the rest of the scrap somewhere around here. So I'm hoping I can find it and I don't have to like custom make yet another board for this. But also, I got a chisel, the right tool for the right job. So we will see if that gives me a little bit more precision. And yeah, let's get this party started. Mallet. Okay. Got mallets. I got scissors. I got my chisel. All but one piece of wood. Saw. Are you any of these? Well, I'll just jump off that bridge when I get to it, I guess. All right, let's see what's going on. Also, do you like this little setup? I Frankensteined it together from a couple of different Value Village pieces, and I feel a bit like Sid, where I put somebody else's head on this tripod. But it seems to be working so far. Look at this using my overhead camera rig. Yeah, as you can see, it's pretty gnarly, so I have to shave a little bit off here. And we'll try that with the chisel. But first I have to free it from its plastic prison. I'm gonna break these scissors. Oh, yeah, I really might. You had to go for the fancy target scissors. Hey, there we go. All right, so don't fully understand how this works. Like this is supposed to be the
with my chisel, right? I'll try a whack a whack. It was a lot harder than expected. The Megan Reichelt story. I'm gonna try a file. I mean, I kind of want to complain about this, but it was much better than when it was just scattered all around. And I just had piles of tools everywhere. Well, of course, that's exactly where we're going to end up right now. Oh, file. Aha! Oh, right by the saw. Oh, you're a smaller saw. Maybe I'll use you. Different saw. Okay. I'm not actually sure what this is for. I think it's a file or a rasp, and I don't know the difference. Well, that's something to research. I don't know if it's doing what it's supposed to do. I mean, part of the issue is that I think this is still a little... It's hard to get in there to do the bottom at all. Like that. Am I making it better or worse? It is splintering a bit, which I'm not liking. I'm really liking the percussive nature. And my file now fits, which is nice. I think this is going to be one of those things where, like, you won't know until you've done them all, so here we go. Don't wanna break you, don't wanna break you. Don't wanna, oh, you're already snapping. There will be a lot of wood glue and a lot of love in this. I feel like I'm taking the back lamination off this. What kind of wood this is. Oh, it's cabinet wood, so of course there's lamination. Yeah, see? Beep, beep, beep. Hello. My name is Wood. How are you? Wiki, wiki. Shh. You'll be okay. So the question is not, can I put wood glue on something that I am actively chiseling? But should I? I probably shouldn't. I'm gonna do it anyway.
The red flags! The red flags here! You'll do great things for the Republic.
Do I have a brush? Yeah. When all your stuff is put away and you don't know where it is. Wipe off excess. Even though there's gonna be wood glue all up in here anyway later. Then chip clip. Chip clip. Chip clip is good. Doing what we can with what we have. I don't know why I felt like doing this by hand would give me a little more finesse.
No. Even glue lying around.
I feel like I'm playing that hand game then. Coffee's fine.
The power of boobies. My boobies are too powerful. So, this one, little small. This one, little big. Not much I can do about the little small one. Better. Well, I think that'll be fine for now. Alright, my wood glue friend seems to be doing alright. Let's test. Welcome to Tummy Cam. That one is good. That one is good. This one. Oh, now they are all mad at me. Right.
Can't warn anyone from making a tragic mistake without a red flag!
Yep. Rack. Megan, you are too impatient. The fingers are a little weird, but now what to do about this hot mess?
Have you ever considered being a Jedi? Big red flags!
Flappy flippers. So I probably shouldn't commit too much more in this direction until I've gotten all the sides ready and ready for glue. But it's a lot snugger than I thought it might be, though there are big gaps in some places. So I'm gonna have to be a little more careful with my measuring. So of course, as soon as I tried to take them apart, this happened. I am wondering if I should just start this whole darn thing over with different wood. I got new wood. So many different issues to address. Let's see what we can do. I am absolutely flabbergasted. I was not prepared for success on this.